celery's the worst.
Well, no, celery. Yeah, celery. You burn calories just by your stomach.
You burn more. Celery is negative calories. It takes more for your body to process than you get out of it.
Then you get out of it. Now, celery with. All right, we're a little off topic, but I'm gonna throw this out there. Celery with raisins and peanut butter.
No.
In my opinion, I am a super fan. But also, I learned how much.
In my opinion, we're just acquaintances now. Bless you.
Are.
Bless you again. Jesus. You only get 2.
Thank you.
So you're saying a BLT without the B?
Yeah.
Oh wait, and no L.
It's just T.
So it's okay. It's just bread, mayo, and tomato. Okay.
Oh yeah. You just got a BC for mayo.
Hey, you want a tea? You want a tea sandwich? No, I have not heard of those sandwiches. What is that? What you do?
I mean, I've had it before. It's actually popular abroad. Japan actually specializes in that, actually. If you want to go to like a 7-Eleven, they have it.
Interesting. I did not know that.
Yeah. The mo you know.
Oh, I was like, somebody else joining?
I was like, yeah.
Oh, yes. Well.
The FBI.
Yeah. We'll do it live. Anyways.
Miles doesn't even remember that. That's so funny.
I know. Welcome back, everybody.
So many times.
Oh, we sent it to him. It's literally the first 10 seconds of Hills to Die on Part 2. It's literally the first, like, not even the first second he's talking. We're doing it. Anyways, welcome back, everybody, to Unpopular Opinions. And this is a long-awaited and long overdue episode that I've been wanting to come back. Unpopular Opinions, Food Edition Part 2. The one that started it all. Original cast is not here today. Today, episode. I am your host, Dean, over-talking Ari, because I don't want to hear his voice. I'm joined with Ari and Miles. Say hi, gentlemen.
Hi, gentlemen.
What's up, guys?
Yeah, what did you say? What did you say, Ari? I didn't mean to interrupt you.
I have no idea.
Okay, well, yeah, so it's Food Edition Part 2 today. Got another big-ass list to go through of things that are either common or maybe not so common. Like things from the last episode that, if you listened, you would remember. Peanut butter and cheese sandwiches, a college staple that I never knew existed till I made the list. Or we talked about steak being overrated. So,
no.
It's things like that. It is. Anyways. You were not part of that conversation for a reason.
Yeah.
Anyways.
You guys have trash opinions. Unfiltered.
Here, we'll start with an easy one for today. Cold pizza. Do you
Disgusting.
prefer cold pizza, or do you have to heat it up?
No, you have to heat it up. You can't eat a cold pizza. That's disgusting.
Cold pizza is not bad. I don't know why people just agree with cold pizza. It's a sandwich with cheese, and it's like you know what I just heard?
Marinara sauce, like every sandwich
with cheese.
You know what? You ever heard of and I just heard this today, an open sandwich?
Have you heard of a meatball sub?
An open sandwich is just like a piece of bread.
That's a pizza. That's a pizza. An open sandwich, in my opinion, is now officially a pizza. I never heard of an open sandwich.
Open sandwiches are just a bottom bun and just topped up with stuff. There's no top bun.
Yeah, it's just, and that's what a pizza is. That's literally what a cold pizza is. It's an open sandwich that literally people just put cheese, extra cheese, and the cheese is now cold, just like it would be on a sandwich. And the pepperoni is just salami or the whatever deli meat you put on. That's what it is now. So, in my opinion, cold pizza ain't that bad.
Disgusting.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
A hot dog can definitely be a
An
sandwich.
open face
That
sandwich.
is no. It's got 2 buns. Well, no,
It's an open face.
it's got a bun.
It is an open bun. Oh, that's a
Yeah.
good point.
Is a taco a sandwich?
No,
That's you know what we gotta.
a
We
taco
gotta.
is technically a wrap.
A wrap?
Yeah, because
You
like
know, a
you
wrap.
know.
Okay. I don't think that. Okay, whatever. I'm not too
No,
familiar
because
with
like
tacos.
sandwiches, like they have like actual bread, and then
Yeah.
tacos, don't. They
Yeah,
have
it's
a
a different.
flat
Yeah, it's a different type of
wrap.
material for the quote unquote breading. But anyways, cold pizza.
Disgusting.
Occasionally I will have a cold slice now and then, but typically
Ugh.
not at all. I may have a bite or two before I put it in the microwave when I have leftover pizza, but I
Yep.
gotta reheat it up. Sometimes I put it in the oven, but typically it's just I'm putting a quick slice in the microwave. Not
Yeah,
having any,
totally-
not having any cold pizza. I don't know why. If maybe it's a little too dense, or the bread, maybe because I don't like the cold bread. The rest of the stuff is like whatever.
Is the pizza not like too hard for y'all? Like, come on, like.
Well, if
You
you
gotta-
get it from CC's Pizza or freaking Little Caesar, it's gonna be hard as a brick.
Yeah.
But if you get a good pizza joint, it's gonna be a decent. It's gonna be a good medium.
We got a
medium to
couple
hard.
friends that that prefer cold pizza and don't ever heat it up in the microwave. I believe Matt's one of them. Don't quote me on that.
And we call them.
Well, I mean, there's definitely a lot more problems with him than just that. I guess it sticks because, like,
What don't you
cold
like about it?
pizza's- It's an abomination, brother. Like, you got to heat up the pizza. You got to have that cheesiness, where like the mozzarella splits apart. You got to have the hot pepperoni. You can't just eat like
Ladies
a
and
damn.
gentlemen,
You
no,
can't eat a damn
Ari is
like
from
hard
a-
piece of cheese. Like you need.
Well, what about when you have
you
just
need to
cheese
have
and
it hot.
crackers? When you have
You need
just
to
a
have
cheese
it
and
hot
cracker
and
board.
ready.
Cheese and
You need
cracker
to-
board's cold cheese. You got
You
cold
need to have it
salami.
hot and ready. No, that's different. That's separate. Like, if I want a charcuterie board, I will get one. But if I want pizza, I want it hot.
Ari is
I-
from an Italian family. We can tell.
100%. Yes. You
can tell by
You
how
can't
he
tell,
is
but his
now.
hands are just pinched together and just swinging in the air.
No, but seriously, like, I mean, I do have Italian heritage. Let's not get me wrong. And
Hear that tone shift?
But-
Like you had
Yeah, yeah.
a
Mhm,
sensation of superiority here about pizza,
Exactly, right there. That's it.
even though he's
you,
never
you got- you
made a
can't-
good one himself.
pizza is a pasta, and the pasta has to be hot.
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay, yeah. So next one on the list, bacon crispiness.
Oh, I love a crispy bacon.
How crispy?
Crispy. It gotta be. It gotta be.
Gotta crunch. Got
It gotta be the crunch. But the big thing is about bacon. It has to also be juicy. It can't be crunchy and
Oh
dry.
yeah.
So you like a
That's the
middle? You like a
worst.
middle?
Yeah, I like a
crisp.
middle, but the thing is, the person who introduced me to a great way of cooking bacon. If you do it in the microwave, just add a tad bit of water in there. You add that water, that water will, when the water evaporates, then it'll crisp that bacon, but still cook the meat, so it's still
No, but
juicy.
you got to try, Miles. You got to try like bacon in an air fryer. Now that's like.
All right,
you
see,
get
I just
the-
got my
you get
air
the
fryer
perfect.
this week.
You got the perfect level of crispiness, and you got the perfect level of grease.
Ari, what type of crispiness do you prefer? You like more of the softer, gooey stuff? Not gooey, but
Ugh,
softer version
no.
of bacon that is easy to like wrap around
I-
and fold. Do you like the medium, or do you like crispy or ultra crispy?
I hate it when I go to somewhere like a Denny's or an IHOP, and you get like a dish and it has bacon, and the bacon's just floppy. It's disgusting.
Floppy bacon. I'll be like, take that sucker back. That thing just came off the cow. What type of pig y'all out here back? Like, before you can use floppy disk.
Yeah, exactly. Like, got to take that back. No, I want crispy bacon. I don't know, like Miles describes it like I think right perfectly, where the bacon has to be like, crispy. Like you have to have
It's
that.
got to hold a
Excuse
shape
me.
when you pick it up and move it, but it's not.
Yeah, like
burnt.
it's not gonna be flopping around, but it also still has that like grease that's still like
It's juicy and
it's
with a
juicy.
crunch. See that, but that's how I like my pizzas. Going back to the pizzas, you like it where it's crispy on the bottom, but it's still juicy. Like you still can taste that all the flavors are still together.
Exactly. That's why I don't like cold pizza.
Because all the elements on the pizza are distinguishable and or hard, and it's like, oh well, that's definitely just pepperoni for like a few seconds, and then here's a lot of cheese.
See, I like my pizza so
Sauce.
where when it's still cold, you can still bite it and tell the difference between all the different flavors. But you can't have it with all pizzas.
I noticed the taste with like the sauce. Like sometimes, if you have like a cold pizza, it's just I feel like it's sweeter. And then the fact that like the cheese is like hard, and then like the pepperoni, for instance, like you don't taste it as much as if you were to have it hot. And I just don't like the sauce when it's like really cold and just like I don't know, it's too sweet for me.
Speaking of sauce, real quick, we'll
right.
jump back to bacon really quick because I still got to add my input. The sauce. Do you prefer just typical marinara, barbecue sauce, ranch, Alfredo? Any other? What?
I'll be honest with you. Now I gotta order. I gotta experiment. I don't have enough experience with different sauces.
Have you not had a barbecue sauce pizza? Barbecue chicken?
I have.
I don't think so in a while. I'm gonna rephrase it. I gotta do a comparison test now. I gotta do a barbecue pepperoni pizza and then a marinara barbecue pizza. I mean,
oh no, you do barbecue
pizza.
chicken. You don't do barbecue pepperoni.
No. Yeah.
Oh no, you got to now. You got to because maybe
Hold
you
on.
might.
Do they allow that?
Do they allow that?
If I order from if I order from Domino's like right now, are they gonna do it for me?
Are you sure you want that? You want pepperoni?
I don't know. I don't want that in my life.
Barbecue and anchovies.
Now I did do an anchovies pizza. I did an anchovies pizza only.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't that bad.
No, it's not. I've had it before.
Yeah, it's not that bad, and I actually was
probably
surprised.
Like some anchovies and pineapple.
It's a lot of salt though if you're not ready for it. Just like having that's actually a normal combination because it counters the saltiness of the anchovies. You got something sweet and tangy, zesty. Having just anchovies on pizza, like you have like I don't know what you had, but I had just one long anchovy on each slice, and so after like a few slices, I'm like, this is just a lot of salt.
Yeah.
It hits hard. If you're not prepared for it, but it's not bad. I wouldn't be opposed to it. Ari, you've never tried anchovies on pizza?
I've actually never tried anchovies in general.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Either of you guys have had ranch sauce, right? Or Alfredo sauce for your pizza sauce?
Alfredo sauce. When you said ranch sauce, I was like, ew.
No, you can do that. You can get ranch sauce as your pizza.
Okay.
And then they put the cheese on it. It works better if you get like just veggies and maybe some chicken and stuff instead of all the meats. Because they usually make it thin, a thin covering. Because you don't want to take a whole swab of ranch every bite, so they put on a thin coating typically, kind of like the Alfredo. They put on a thinner coating because it's creamier.
For me,
the buffalo chicken has the ranch drizzle, right?
Yep.
Gotcha. All right. Yeah. No,
so Dean, like I was thinking, like I like a ranch with my pizza, but what's really good is like the garlic
pizza.
butter.
I'm talking instead of marinara, it's ranch.
No, God.
Yeah, instead of marinara, it's ranch sauce that everything goes on top of. It's Alfredo, so you go bread, Alfredo, cheese.
No.
Maybe if I did like a all lettuce, spinach pizza.
That's why I said a vegetable one. So you get your peppers, your tomatoes, you get your onion, you get maybe even anchovies.
You know what?
Are you gonna cook lettuce?
Next time we're all together, we're ordering all these different pizzas, and we're gonna look at everyone's expression when they take a bite.
Fine by me. You know damn well I have no problem with eating new things.
I will totally do it. Yeah, so I'm down.
Actually, I was actually thinking about this, Dean. Sidetrack.
Ari's already busy that day.
Yeah. No, but like I was gonna say, like we should do a surstrumming episode.
Yeah, I already have that on my to buy list. Don't spoil it for people.
You got it.
You know what that is, Miles? Surstrumming.
Yeah. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about that for the next one.
Oh man, I can't imagine the smell. Ugh.
I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
In Europe
Are we gonna
on
have
pizza,
that this place?
in Europe they will put on like baked potatoes or like mashed potatoes or mac and cheese or like giant
You
chunks
see,
of
with surf
vegetables
strumming,
on
with-
pizza. On pizza, they'll put like
Yeah.
here's a dollop of mashed
No.
potatoes on your pizza.
I'm not eating that. I'm not eating mashed potatoes on my pizza. That's no,
Corn. They'll put corn on.
that
They'll
should be
put
banned.
corn on there. They'll sprinkle corn or
Ugh.
like a spoonful of corn on this slice and that slice. Broccoli. People put that on their pizza, especially in Europe.
No. If they put mashed potatoes
Hmm.
on my pizza and green beans or peas on
Here's
my
your
pizza,
here's your Thanksgiving dinner.
Slap someone.
oh my god, I would. Yeah, no, I'm out here. Oh, this is our shepherd's pie pizza.
Shepherd's pie
Oh,
pizza.
God, no. I'm not
It's like a
touching
deep
it.
dish.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's gnarly.
Yeah,
Oh.
no, I'm not eating that.
I mean,
I'm
it's
not-
probably honestly
try
though,
it.
it would
I
probably
would
be
try it.
good, but yeah.
I would lose.
I
my
miss the Chicago deep dish though. I love that.
Yeah.
That's a
That is good
damn
cold.
pizza.
That's a good pizza cold.
That's not-
It is
What?
good cold. It is good cold.
That's
Cold?
a good cold. That you got. If you never had it cold, just admit it. But that's a good piece of cold.
That's a fucking pie then.
That's
Yeah,
Yes,
that's it's.
yeah.
What do you think pizza pie means?
Oh man.
I'll say it now. New York style is probably pretty trash. I haven't had it. I'm just assuming.
Oh, Dean, did
Wait.
he ever give you your opinion though?
For the bacon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, I have not. I prefer crispy bacon. I don't have an issue at all with
Floppy.
like the slightly crispy and juicy stuff, but I prefer crispy bacon. If it's like crispy all the way through, hell, sometimes I'm in the mood for it to just dissolve in my mouth. It's that burnt
Wait.
I don't think I've ever had that.
Yeah. What bacon dissolves in your mouth?
when it's
Like
super
canned
super burnt.
I know what you're talking about. That is a good one because it kind of starts turning into jerky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Super burnt.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
like-
so
I've
crisped.
had burnt bacon before, and that's not the best.
It's not even. It's not burnt, and this is where
it's like,
it's
yeah.
like a fried bacon because it fries the bacon in its own grease,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
which is amazing.
All right.
God, I feel like I'm a bacon connoisseur, and I don't even do.
Yeah, it goes from like
Oh,
soft to
yeah,
it goes
yeah.
from like soft and floppy, where it's like, this needs to be cooked more to that perfect medium everyone talks about, like Miles, and then it goes to like, oh, this is a little burnt, it's a little dry and whatnot, and then it's like, oh, this is good again.
Yeah, that fried bacon, amazing.
So I prefer,
Oh,
typically I prefer, if I get that, I'm never complaining. Unless I'm just, my throat's really dry or something, but I always have a drink, so it's not really an issue. But that's
Absolutely.
the type of, I prefer the crispier side of bacon rather than, I used to as a kid prefer the softer, gooier sides, or that perfect medium, I should say, not like undercooked. I don't know why, I've started just preferring crispy bacon. And I also lately just consume turkey bacon.
what you mean?
How is the
What do you mean?
bacon,
What do you
by the
mean?
way?
What you mean? Turkey bacon instead of
Like-
pork.
Yeah, I like turkey bacon. I prefer turkey bacon, but how do you like your turkey bacon?
Same way, slightly overcooked, slightly crispier.
I've
Okay.
only ever had rubbery.
It's not cooked
turkey
enough.
bacon.
Yeah, it's not cooked enough.
Yeah. Well.
Okay.
Anyways,
What next food?
this one's a personal passion of mine.
Uh-oh.
Nuts.
Oh, you like nuts?
I hate the texture of nuts in my mouth.
Geez, what the word? What?
Yes,
That's
Miles,
interesting, Dean. I never knew that about you.
Yeah,
That's
really? I've
I
mentioned
mean,
it plenty of times.
I'll be honest. I had my suspicions, but I never knew that you had that.
So all right. So now,
I
all
do
jokes
not.
aside-
I do not like to eat nuts. It could be
all
okay.
jokes aside, what type of nuts are we talking about? We talking about walnuts, peanuts?
yeah, there's so many different types.
pistachio.
Pistachios.
Yeah.
I was gonna make another sexual joke and completely
I know.
ignore what you're saying, so I had to pause. No, like actual
Was-
nuts, walnuts, almonds, cashews,
nuts.
peanuts,
Okay.
like just
Brazil nuts.
straight up peanuts. I said cashews already.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Just I don't like.
Almonds.
Yes, almonds a bit. Which is funny because almonds are my significant other's favorite food of all time. So that's always going to be in the house.
Well, you'll be drinking almond milk because almond milk is fire.
Oh, I already drink
don't-
almond milk. I have no problem with like that. No, I'm talking like if you're like here's a snack and here's a bowl of peanuts or
What,
something
no
like that.
oat milk?
Yeah, I drink almond milk.
Yeah.
But like
So
the
so what
texture the
about-
texture of nuts, the tree
Gotcha.
nuts is just so. I don't know. It feels like it's always
Mm.
dry in the mouth when it's not.
Oh yeah. I get
Um,
that. Yeah.
The only thing that saves
like
the
the
texture of them
mouthfeel.
is like when they season them, like, oh, here's Cajun spice or here's salt or here's like that's how they have to mask it because like the actual texture and taste of tree nuts itself is.
I remember like buying like these peanuts in Chesapeake, and they had
Mhm.
like Maryland Old Bay sauce, or I mean like the what do you call it, the spice.
Yeah.
But
I mean that was the
I
whole
mean,
point of
I
like
love-
that was the whole point of like sunflower seeds. People didn't eat it for the sunflower seeds; they ate it for the spice to suck off. It's yeah, I mean, that's how it is.
Uh,
They suck it off and they spit out the sunflower.
I've actually never ate sunflower, so I don't know how that works.
Kids in middle
Really?
school and high school used to do it all the time.
I've seen it all the time.
and I would
like, but
try
I've
it, and I'm
never-
like, "This is why would I do this? This feels like a waste of my time."
or maybe I did try it actually.
I
Oh,
played
I didn't like it.
baseball
I didn't like
as a
it. Yeah.
kid. Yeah, I played baseball as a kid, and I always had peanuts and gum, and it was a skill to be able to like split a sunflower seed, and then also be able to actually eat the sunflower seed, spit it out, and just be like, yep, yep, still talking, and just spitting them out and crap. But like, I'm a fan of certain peanuts or walnuts, pecans.
You're a
But
fan of
they have to be-
nuts.
Have to see. That's how I was avoiding
That's
that.
why you're specifying there. It's like you're not gonna catch me out of
Yeah,
context.
exactly.
Yeah, we're not gonna cut and crop and
For-
edit a sound bit
first
of,
thing that Dean
of Miles
first
liking
thing that Dean
nuts.
does. It's like the first thing in the episode. I love nuts.
It's not. Yes.
Oh, dang it! You're gonna use that, aren't
Clip
you?
that. You already just said it. Clip that and save that and forever. If he ever says anything, play that voice.
Oh,
Every 10 minutes it just plays.
I love
Yeah.
nuts.
Yep, right there.
Put it in my mouth. Anyways,
But no, but like pecans, like I like prefer pecans on like cakes or
You like peanuts?
like candied, but like peanuts is all right. Like by themselves, like when I'm at Five Guys, the restaurant,
Yeah.
when
The restaurant. Yeah.
I'm at Five Guys, the restaurant, and I'm like, like out of boredom, you just eat.
Oh yeah.
well, it's the same thing at like what is it, Longhorn or something, where they just have a bowl of
Mhm.
peanuts at the table
Yeah.
for you to snack
Yeah.
on, and I that's like one of the few times where I'm just not snacking on that stuff. I'll eat like, and it's by choice. I will eat it if I have to, and I've eaten plenty of tree nuts whenever. No
Yeah.
issues, but I just don't like them. It's like celery, but we're not talking about celery. I can pick
No, I
out. I
respect
can
that.
pick out a square inch of celery or cubes or diced celery in any soup or anything. I'm like, oh, there's celery in this, or oh, that was a small cube of celery that I just had in my stew or soup, and it's like you would think it wouldn't be there, but it's noticeable to me. It's the same with tree nuts. I'm like, even if it's tossed on salads, I'm like, okay, I'll eat it. It's just ruined the salad for me, like walnuts or pecans.
Pecans.
Yeah. Do you say pecan or pecan?
I say
Pecan.
pecan.
Okay.
Yeah, pecan. Yeah.
We're in the South.
Pecan is pecan. I just feel like you just being different, and there ain't no
You're
need
being
for that.
extra.
Pecans.
Yeah, you don't need all that.
Yeah.
It depends on my train of thought. I alternate between the two.
Pecan.
yeah.
Pecant.
Do you like?
Pecan.
So are you defending the texture of nuts?
So I mean, I've never had an issue with
Like, if I- like,
tree
Which
nuts.
okay, so this is like trail mix. There's an example where they put a bunch of like nuts in that
Yeah.
sometimes, and then like occasionally raisins or like bar peanuts or something that you can just buy them in canisters. And you could just set that as a snack at your office desk or whatever. You can find anything like that at the store all the time. Flavored almonds, etc.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't really like it much for the flavor. I do love like the crunch aspect of it.
so you
know?
do. So yeah. So that kind of goes with what I said for the texture. I don't like biting.
Yeah,
I don't like biting the
yeah.
tree nuts. I don't like the texture of it on my tongue or in my mouth.
There's nothing wrong with the texture. I mean, for me at least,
I don't know. It feels
like
like
the
it just
crunch. I like-
dries out my mouth. I don't know why. I know
mean,
it's not.
I totally get that, sentiment, but I guess like you get used to it, or like, I mean, I don't know. I like it.
Yeah, I'm not. I understand. I respect not liking peanuts,
Mm-hmm.
walnuts, all the different types of nuts there are. But the big thing is with certain peanuts, it's an acquired taste. Like it's weird to say it's an acquired taste, but it is an acquired taste
I love peanut flavored things and things with peanuts like in it as the flavor, imitation peanuts even, like obviously peanut butter, but just like peanut butter ice cream or even in sandwiches or spread, not just peanut butter but other type of nut spreads and whatnot. But I just don't like the raw substance itself, the tree nut itself. I just don't.
You don't like it raw.
No.
Well, like peanuts aren't like peanuts are out the ground.
Peanuts,
and then
yeah.
walnuts.
So peanuts are like the most acceptable to me of them all, and that's probably because they're not tree nuts. I've had plenty of peanuts in the past, but like any of the actual tree nuts that you think of, that fall from the tree, like walnuts, almonds. Those irritate me so much. And I know more people that are in favor of eating tree nuts just as they are, or seeds, rather than not liking them or distasting them.
Gotcha.
So the next one that kind of got it started for today, we discussed ketchup on mac and cheese last episode. This one is barbecue sauce on mac and cheese.
It's more respectable,
Than ketchup?
I mean, if you're doing ketchup, that's like what?
See, ketchup on mac and cheese is a sin. I can't.
I would support ketchup on mac and cheese over barbecue sauce on mac and cheese.
No, I mean barbecue sauce, like it makes sense. Like because like just think about it. Like you have your barbecue, and what do you usually have with it? Like you usually get like
chicken.
Mac and cheese. So if it mixes by accident and then you eat it and then it's like, all right, like this is pretty good. Whereas ketchup, that has to be deliberate, you know?
What do you think you dip your grilled cheese in? Ketchup.
No.
What do you mean no? You never dipped your grilled cheese in ketchup sauce or anything?
I've never done that, no, unfortunately. Or fortunately, I guess.
Wait, what? I've never
done that.
Miles,
never.
You've had grilled cheese with ketchup, right?
I've never had grilled cheese with ketchup.
What the hell is wrong with you two?
That's a white people thing. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never had that one. I've had tomato with my grilled cheese, but
no, you're not. Okay, so you're not cooking the ketchup on the on the grilled cheese. You finish your grilled cheese, and on the plate you just have
it's a dipping thing.
Yeah, it's a dipping thing.
I'm honestly like, I think that's just a white person thing, Dean. I'm sorry.
I've never had that before. That's interesting. Never in my life.
We learned something new today. Oh man.
Huh.
Yeah, I never had that one before. But like, I could be honest with you, barbecue sauce on mac and cheese. I have one stipulation. It has to be smoked mac and cheese.
Smoked?
If you never had smoked mac and cheese, you definitely should try it because it is a delicacy down south.
No, I've never had smoked mac and cheese.
Yeah, they put mac and cheese
I've
on
heard about it.
smoker.
I never had it. I had like mac and cheese with like jalapenos. I had like mac and cheese where it's like baked, but I've never had smoked mac and cheese. That's interesting.
Smoked mac and cheese has a smoke ring to it, and it's amazing because it tastes. Because you put like they smoke ribs and then they put the pot. Like I used to work on a food truck and it was a barbecue food truck, and we'd make the mac and cheese to where it's all gooey and everything, and then put it on the smoker and smoke it for like 6 hours, just like you would like
Miles,
a roast.
Miles, like I've always knew that you were Southern, but like just right now, like
Hey,
you're
listen,
Southern.
It's
Like,
hitting
hey,
him like the
damn,
Georgia sun.
like it's like your accent's about to come out and just like it's like yeah, I like barbecue sauce. Yeah. I don't know, man. Like I gotta try that. Gotta try the
All
smoked
right.
barbecue. Smoked
Any other
smoked,
condiments
mac and
on mac
cheese.
and cheese you think are sins? Because people use
Maybe
mustard.
mayo.
I'm pretty sure people will use mayo for anything, like they do for fries or hot dogs and whatnot. People will also put in mustard in mac and cheese.
Mustard is a sin.
mustard and mac and cheese. All right, so like I could do dried mustard seed, the powder,
Oh,
No, I'm
yeah.
but
talking
not
classic
the
French's yellow mustard.
ketchup French Heinz mustard. No,
I've done both that and ketchup, especially when I
is
was
it good?
kids.
Like
Yeah,
like
when I was a kid, yeah. I mean, I also just like the taste of mustard and ketchup. So like when you have chicken nuggets and you just take the biggest wad of
yeah,
like mustard for your chicken nugget, you're like, yeah, it's the same kind
yeah,
of thing.
I respect that.
Yeah,
I respect that, but what type of mac and cheese we talking about though? Are we talking about like mac and cheese to where it's like a 5 layered?
we're
It's
talking
it's
like
all.
Kraft.
Oh, gotcha. Okay,
Like
now I
I'm
can see
thinking more of a
Kraft.
nostalgic like kids. Like here's a
Okay,
quick mac and
I can
cheese
see
pop.
Kraft with mustard. Yeah, Kraft with mustard, but like a homemade baked mac and cheese with then you add mustard on top of it.
It wasn't until a
I
couple
think
years ago when I had an actual like mac and cheese that was baked in an oven like it was a casserole. And I was like, oh,
okay,
this is definitely a lot gooier and stuff. Yeah, I'm only familiar with like Kraft and stovetop kind of stuff.
copy that.
So yeah, the ones that go in the oven are definitely I kind of just leave it as is because that's the dish itself. But if it's like a stovetop thing, like college kids all the time just make instant ramen, mac and cheese, simple
Yeah,
dishes that are cheap and whatever. So ketchup.
gotcha.
So then putting in, they will more than actively put in ketchup or mustard or barbecue sauce just to spice it up, like with their instant ramen. Not putting it in instant ramen, but people mix whatever with their instant ramen. Same thing with mac and
Mm,
cheese. They'll easily and happily put in condiments to be like, yeah, I got some ketchup with this time. I don't have a
gotcha.
problem with any of that stuff. Obviously, if it's your food preference, it's your food preference. But, um, Ari, were you thinking I'm talking like deep baked mac and cheese or something the whole time? I probably should have clarified. I meant more like Kraft or what you'd have on your nostalgic budget
No,
as a
I
kid.
think I understood.
Okay,
That you were talking about like some sort of like Sweet Baby Ray's or something like that.
yeah, but I meant like
Or
the mac and cheese itself is like your Kraft box, or
oh wait,
I'm
um
not talking like the deep dish stuff that goes in the oven or is cooked for 45 minutes. I'm talking like stovetop 5-10 minutes. Here's your mac and cheese.
yeah, and then
Like you would
having
get
it
at
with some.
school restaurants, at school cafeterias
Yeah,
too. They're not doing any
now,
deep dish. They're not doing any deep
yeah,
oven baked mac and
now I know
cheese.
what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, now.
So what?
Like
You're
I've
Yeah, I
you're
done.
for
mean,
it? You're
I
against it?
don't, I'm against that. Yeah, that's not good.
All right.
He's like, "Ooh, no, that's a sin."
Don't hide it. Don't hide your
Yeah.
thoughts. Miles, now that you know that I'm talking about a different type of mac and cheese and not these.
I'm willing to try the mustard with mac and cheese,
Yeah.
with like the Kraft mac and cheese, to where it's like it just adds a little bit of like spiciness to the mac and cheese because
Yeah.
I like jalapeno mac. Like I could definitely do that, but like to do it to a baked mac and cheese that someone took like
No, no.
hours
I
pre-make,
wasn't
like
at all talking
remake.
about
Yeah,
baked mac and cheese. No,
gotcha.
I'd rather have like crumbles and stuff on a
Yeah,
baked mac.
okay,
Okay, no,
cool, cool, cool.
I'm
So yeah,
strictly talking like your typical you're a kid, what are you going to get at a restaurant or at a school cafeteria or something? They're not making a 40-minute dish of mac and cheese
I'm
for you.
tracking.
So,
I'm definitely tracking now. Okay, so we on the same page of that.
yeah. I kind of assumed we were thinking that at the start cuz that's what I'm familiar with growing up is getting that at
Now,
restaurants, not like the southern mac and
gotcha.
cheese. Yeah.
Now
My bad.
barbecue sauce. Now barbecue sauce on Kraft
Yeah.
is definitely, in my opinion, probably just something to where like you're tired of the original Kraft flavor,
Mhm.
so you throw it on there.
It's just I see it as the same way as people putting mustard or ketchup in
Yeah,
it. They're like, oh, let's sweeten it up a bit with ketchup or add some zest to it with mustard and barbecue.
yeah.
They're probably like, let's get some more, I guess, sweet. Depends on which barbecue sauce. Okay, Cool. Well, I'm happy I clarified that at the end. What kind of mac
I
and
appreciate
cheese? Next one. These are all things that I'm just not a fan of. Coleslaw. Disgusting.
I mean,
disgusting.
it depends. I love homemade coleslaw.
Well,
Homemade
I don't love
coleslaw
you.
is the best.
Homemade coleslaw is hit or miss.
Yeah, it depends
It's
where
hit or
you get it
miss.
from.
Yeah.
If it's like somewhere that's like they do barbecue really well, then the coleslaw is probably gonna be really good.
Nah.
But if it's like,
Nah.
if
no,
it's like,
no coleslaw is good.
I mean that's where our opinions differ there, buddy. Uh, um, it's like it's American kimchi.
Like, all right, that's a violation. I gotta stop you there. That is a violation to say it is American kimchi.
As an Italian man, you can't be making those kind of statements.
Oh man,
That was disrespectful. Not saying you're wrong.
is
but
it not? Is it not?
You're not wrong, but no, that's a violation. All right, that's a violation. All
That
right,
goes
that's
against
not
the
American-
Geneva
What
Convention.
was that meme where it's like the man is totally out of line, but he's not wrong.
He's not wrong. You're not lying, but you're out of order. But you're not wrong.
You're out of order. You're we're doing this live, folks.
I would get
Oh,
my American card revoked if I didn't disagree with it. All right?
Go out in East Asia and be like, yeah, we've got kimchi over here.
We got kimchi over there. It's called
kimchi.
coleslaw, and they just kick you out.
You want some
Oh.
raisins with it?
Oh no! Oh no!
You want to get
I will-
you want to
I
get
will
kicked out of
murder-
a country
I will-
faster, yeah.
I will murder the person that puts raisins in my coleslaw or in my salad.
That's actually disgusting.
That's a war crime. That is a war crime.
Really, you don't like that?
No.
You don't like that dried grape
Disgusting.
texture?
I'm literally gonna throw up.
Really?
No, really, like I hate it. Like
Wait,
I
so
like
you're just
raisins,
against
I
raisins in general, or raisins in coleslaw?
no, I love raisins, but like raisins in salad, buddy.
And
like,
so
that's
you
disgusting.
love the thought of raisins, and the thought of putting it in salad is almost gonna make you throw up. That's a very extreme.
Like raisins in salad isn't bad.
No,
in my opinion,
especially if you got like a
it-
fruit salad or
it
a
has to be
salad
like
with
a
nuts in it.
vinaigrette, like a vinaigrette salad
Yeah,
with
exactly.
raisins.
Yeah,
Is definitely it's a part of the culture.
yeah, and it's the same with like they'll throw on walnuts or other tree nuts typically when you have like a vinaigrette salad like with raisins or some fruits. Like that's all part of the whole thing, and that's fine. I'll have it now and then. It's not my favorite, but
Yeah,
I have no problem with
But-
raisins in there or typically in any dish. But in coleslaw, Miles.
no, absolutely not. Like, and that's why I was following and I was trying to like find a way to make sense of it, but not in my coleslaw. But how I see coleslaw, it goes on barbecue. Coleslaw, in my opinion, is a barbecue adder. It adds on top of your barbecue because some barbecue sauces are a little spicier. Some
Mhm.
barbecue sauce is just a little bit more, like especially when you're dealing with a dry rub barbecue. You just need something to wet your whistle just a little bit, and that coleslaw is that perfect addition that does that. Now, you add a raisin in a coleslaw to somebody that added coleslaw into their sandwich and they bite into a raisin when they think they eating barbecue, you're gonna give that person a stroke. That's not what I see.
That's worse than like biting into a cookie thinking that it's a chocolate chip and then it being a
And it's
oatmeal raisin.
Exactly.
I love oatmeal
Exactly.
raisin
Oh.
cookies.
I'm a fan of oatmeal
Ugh.
raisin. No, I prefer oatmeal raisin over chocolate chip
Yeah.
because I feel like it's
Both of
healthy.
y'all are out of line.
Now I
Because
understand.
I
I
feel like it's
understand
healthy.
the issue with like thinking it's one thing and taking a bite and it's a totally different flavor. I understand that. Like even that catches me off guard. Like, oh, I thought this was chocolate chip and it's oatmeal raisin. Once I realize it's oatmeal raisin, I'm like, that's fine by me. It's oatmeal raisin. I like oatmeal raisin. I'm not against it. But you know
Yeah.
that can be jarring to be like, oh, I thought this was sweet. Now it's gonna be a different flavor.
Yeah,
I
But
can
a
understand that.
raisin,
Sean,
like a grape raisin.
yeah. What if?
in my coleslaw, I've never
Or
had.
what if they put in like diced or minced or cubed tree nuts in it? Also, I've seen that for coleslaw.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If you put freaking raisins in my potato salad, no. I'm not a raisin person on top of stuff that I don't think.
I'm gonna force feed you.
Potato salad.
But what about like
What?
what about like tree nuts? Like let's say or peanuts, walnuts, or something like that. Also in the coleslaw. Again, I've seen that where people have added nuts into coleslaw just to give it a slight little texture or crunch to it.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never experienced that in my life, and I don't think I'd be opposed to it.
Mm-hmm.
But it would be definitely a change of pace to where this is a side dish officially.
Yeah, and
Like
again, they're not big chunks. We're talking like smashed and minced like tree nuts or peanuts, just and then mixed
If I couldn't tell, I wouldn't be able to tell what it is. But if you're adding walnuts, any type of nuts to a slaw or raisins to a slaw, then I'm going to officially say that this isn't a topper slaw. This is a slaw that is a complete side dish. And a side dish coleslaw, I'm not a fan of.
Okay.
Like where you put that next to your green beans and everything. Yeah. No, I'm not a fan of coleslaw type person.
I'm not a fan of slaw as a side or slaw as a topper. I just don't like it at all. None of it. Ari, you seem in favor, if I remember. Do you prefer it as a side? Do you prefer it as a topper? Anytime.
I'm sorry, what were we talking about?
Coleslaw. Sorry, shorten it to slaw.
No, it's got to be by itself. It's got to be by itself.
Oh, you don't like it on burgers or anything, or on your pulled pork sandwiches or anything?
I'm not a fan of that. No,
I'm not a fan of it at all, and that ruins my burgers if it's on it. I'll just say that.
Ugh.
Yeah, I want a coleslaw on a burger, but I'll do coleslaw on a barbecue sandwich.
Coleslaw on a coleslaw.
Coleslaw on a pulled pork.
Yeah.
It ruins it for me. Just anytime there's coleslaw, it ruins it for me. Honestly, I dislike coleslaw so much. I prefer coleslaw with the raisins in it. That's how much I dislike coleslaw.
Wow, you like it to be completely changed.
Yeah, I dislike coleslaw with a passion. I've never had good coleslaw, just like the next item on this list. I've just never had good coleslaw, and it's just never appealed to me. Again, I'm not a picky eater. If it's on the sandwich, I'm gonna eat it with the coleslaw. It's just gonna ruin the experience for me because I'm not gonna let it go to waste, and I'm not allergic to anything. But I'm just like, well, that's disappointing.
Gotcha. I respect that.
And that's how it was served. That's how it was meant to be experienced. That's how I'm gonna eat it. So it's just not gonna get ordered again. Stuffing. Like I said, never had good stuffing. Never had good slaw. Disgusting. The both of yous.
Whoa. That is a interesting opinion.
And you know what's fantastic about this is I told Brandon this multiple times, and he finally had some leftover stuffing from his family dinner, and he brought it back with him to the house. And he's like, "Hey, here's some actual good stuffing you can try." And so I tried it, and I told him to his face without blinking, "Yeah, I've had this before. I don't like it." Because I was like, "I don't think I've had authentic or good stuffing before or anything like that." And he's like, "Fine, I'll get you some actually good stuffing and whatnot. You've had just the cheap shit or whatever." And yeah, I was like, "No, not impressed. If this is the best it has to offer, thanks for wasting my time."
So let me ask you this: are you a fan of cornbread?
Yes
I
and
like
no.
cornbread.
Yes and no.
Okay, yes or no? Sweet cornbread.
Preferable.
Okay.
Wait.
So
sweet cornbread.
Yeah.
Cornbread's already sweet.
Like Jiffy
like
made
sweeter cornbread. Yeah,
with-
it's not as dry. It's a little bit sweeter. There's a little bit more moisture in there.
So my family, they make cornbread stuffing.
Okay.
Oh.
They don't make just regular stuffing out of a box. They make cornbread stuffing, and cornbread stuffing is you get the Jiffy, you get rid of the powder from the box,
Mm-hmm.
and you still add the same ingredients like vegetables and everything, and it thickens up, and then they mix it together to where it gives that same consistency of stuffing.
Yeah.
You might like that one.
Probably, honestly, that sounds better. And so again, I'm weird. I don't like coleslaw, but if it's on the side of my plate, I'll eat it, and I just won't like it. If I have stuffing, like at Thanksgiving, you'll always see stuffing on my plate. It's a choice. I don't have to put it on my plate, but every time I'm like, yeah, let's have some on my plate. Let's see if I like it this time.
Yeah. No, like I respect that.
So
I will be honest with you. Stuffing for me is a great filler.
yeah,
Thanksgiving, you eat it because you're like, listen, I just want to get this out the way so I can say I've had somebody stuffing, and I know for a fact it's gonna fill up room in my stomach.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna be able to eat as much, but you know what? You eat stuffing at the very end when you know your meal is done.
I would rather have it at the start because I know that if it's left over, no one's going to touch it, and eventually I'm going to be the one that has to touch it again later. So I'll have my serving now, help finish as much as possible while it's fresh and at its best, because not everyone's going to be devouring it either. So
that's a great strategy. Just get it over now. Hey, listen, I already had the stuffing. Everybody, I just want you to know I had the stuffing. I don't want anybody saying anything I didn't.
Jimmy, get a goddamn spoonful on your plate right fucking now.
God damn.
And get your raisins in your slaw. We're not passing this up again. I've never had good stuffing. I still eat it. I still try it. There are some things I understand why people do like it. I just don't like it. Simple as that. So,
I respect that. I respect that. Ari? Yeah, like stuffing.
Stuffing, I gotta say, like I
smash
can
or
only
pass.
Eat stuffing.
Smash it in your mouth or
if it's not Thanksgiving, pass.
Okay. It's only because of the occasion.
It's gotta be like, yeah, because like I want like something with it. Like I want gravy. I want like mashed potatoes. I want like
yes, like, even with gravy. To answer your question,
if
I don't
you just
like
make it on the stovetop, it's disgusting.
All right, wait 1 second, Dean. Even with the gravy, you're not a stuffing fan. Like
correct.
Even when the stuffing is inside of the turkey, with the same turkey juices being baked.
That's so good.
Yeah, it's a little bit better, but it's still like,
I respect
it. I'm still not a fan of it. Like I said, I have it every year. I've had multiple different types. It's made different ways. I'm just not a fan of it. I still eat it, and I'll eat all of it, so I can compare and be like, okay, so yeah, this was a better stuffing, but it's still like stuffing. I'm like, I'm not actively ever gonna make it or look for it or try to order it. But I will try it because I will eat anything.
I respect it. No, I respect it. I respect that because you tried.
And I will defend my standpoint that stuffing, I've never had good stuffing. I say that because people are like, oh, you haven't had good stuffing. I'm like, I've had more stuffing than you probably. I've tried many different versions.
Now the cornbred stuffing.
I have not tried the cornbread. I've never heard of that though. That does sound interesting. I will want to try that though. Maybe I will like it then. We'll see. Like,
yeah,
maybe.
I'll definitely bring you a plate after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I'm dead serious. I'll reheat it too. I won't care. I'll try.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's really good. So I got you.
All right. So maybe my opinion will change.
Yeah, might make he's like only the cornbread stuff.
Yep, I've had everything from cheap stuffing to the well cooked stuff, quote unquote. So it's
Now the cafeteria stuffing is a sin.
Yeah.
Back in school when it was like, oh, it's Thanksgiving, everyone you can have stuffing, and I'll be like, let me try that.
Here's your tiny ramekin of mac and cheese, Kraft mac and cheese. Here's your ramekin of stuffing. Here's your gravy.
Oh, the stuffing tastes like cardboard.
Yeah, I don't blame them. Obviously, they're working on a budget. But yeah, definitely that's not good stuffing.
Absolutely.
Ari, you've had that before, I assume, or have you never?
I've
had the childhood stuff that everyone's had. Were you a kid?
The one that comes out of the box, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've had that before, just by itself. Disgusting. But like, if it's made like it's just a side note, disgusting. But I love having stuffing on Thanksgiving and like when you actually go the extra mile of miles putting it in the turkey, like it's just amazing.
I'm a fan of turkey.
Cheers, mate, by the way. I saw you drinking there.
Yeah, I'm on my
I'm still on the same beer bottle here.
How? I'm all like, bro. Yeah, taking
can't.
taking drinks, but we know Dean can't. Which we appreciate his dedication because we appreciate it. It is dedication.
I'm honestly
It
just
is,
surprised he's taken. It's been an hour for a can.
I know that's crazy, Ari. You need to step the game up. Right? You should be 3
all
hours
right,
in right
fine.
now.
I'll
How are
finish
you a
this up.
lawyer?
whole
How
hour.
are you
I
a
don't-
lawyer?
Exactly.
I feel like an old man. Like I can't down like a whole bottle of beer just in one go.
That's crazy.
Uh,
That's crazy.
anyways, next item on the list. These are all, I realize, unlike the list last time where I found some stuff online, right now we're going through the stuff personal to me, and then there's more stuff after that that's random. But right now, I don't like cutting my own lettuce, my own head of lettuce. Something super
That's-
stupid and specific.
That's funny.
I prefer, like, I'll get a bag of spinach. I'll get a bag of spinach, and I prefer spinach over iceberg lettuce or romaine stuff like that. But I also don't like the act of having to cut my lettuce to clean it and everything, and then dry it, and then you can use it. Especially when you have something less, very low nutritional value as iceberg lettuce, or something slightly better as romaine. I'd rather prefer spinach, not kale.
I think is it like I don't think it's anything against. Is it just an act of cutting? Like
Yeah.
when you have that big old
It's
head
a
of lettuce?
chore. It's a
Yeah,
chore.
it's a
You know?
chore. It's like such a
Okay.
serious chore.
What about and this is something I like as someone that's been on a food truck. What about if you ever got a rack of ribs and you individually had to cut it?
Each rib,
I mean, that's not a
Yeah,
chore
each rib.
though.
I'd still prefer
that
that.
be-
That's like one motion. You're like, all right, here's a diagonal
Yeah.
cut for like 7 pieces, and then you're done.
Is it now is it the dicing up of the lettuce, or is it to where it's like with romaine, if you just sliced it with one,
I think
you
it's
got
like, you
pretty
know,
much a
if you want to like slice your lettuce, it's a chore because, like, you know, lettuce is like a head. You know, it's like
Mhm.
it's spherical, and you need to cut it in a certain way that's like not comparable to like cutting ribs or, you know, something like.
Well, even
don't know.
smaller vegetables like tomatoes are much easier to cut and consistent, and whereas a head of lettuce, it's all jagged. You still gotta wash. Again, you gotta wash most of the heads. So after you cut it, you gotta start taking it apart into however big of a piece you want, whether it's like shredded for, I don't know if you're using it as a slaw topping, maybe. But typically you want bigger slices, so now you have to wash it, get water splashing around everywhere, drying it off at weird angles where there's always pockets of water still stuck in there.
Mm.
And then it's just like a slight crunch, like you said earlier. You're not a fan of iceberg lettuce. There's not much added to it. But
what's it like? Is it iceberg lettuce to where it has like zero
Yeah.
nutritional fat?
No, what you get on every sandwich at your cafeteria lunch back in
to where it's like you literally you're I'm burning more calories chewing this thing
that's
than
celery.
I am.
That's celery. Celery's the worst.
Well, no, celery. Yeah, celery. You burn calories just by your
You
stomach.
you
digesting
burn
it,
more.
apparently.
Celery is negative calories. It takes more
Yeah.
for your body to process than you get out of it.
Then you get out of it. Now, celery with all right, we're a little off topic, but I'm gonna throw this out there.
Okay.
Celery with raisins and peanut butter.
No.
In my opinion, I am a super fan. But also, I
In my
learned how much.
opinion, we're just acquaintances now. Bless
You
you.
are.
Bless you again. You only get 2.
Thank you.
My chest. Oh, my chest is on fire.
No, see now
Oh, man.
ants on a log. I like that with mostly just because of the raisins and the peanut butter. The celery though is sharp, distinguished every single bite. Despise every single bite, but I love the peanut butter. So again, I'll eat it, especially if it's like your snack after school or after practice or something. I'll eat it because it's food. I'm just gonna loathe the celery every single bite and every single second I can taste it on my tongue.
I'm about to sneeze again here.
I only gave you 2.
Is this because you drank the rest of that Heineken?
He's drinking too
No.
fast. Makes him sneeze.
I'm drinking. Yeah. Oh God. I'm good. I'm good. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm not a fan of celery. I can like it's used a lot. A lot of people, I guess, like it. Ants on a log, I will admit, is probably one of the better things to have it with, but that's only because peanut butter is so amazing. I don't know if that's what you're thinking about it, Miles, why you prefer celery with peanut butter and raisins, but definitely celery in any dish or even as a snack is just not favorable to me at all. At all. Celery is one of the few things. What?
I'm definitely a fan of raisins and celery, but that's like the only point of why raisins exist in my life. Like it's not saying, and I'm not saying that it's like a bad, like raisins are and celery is a bad thing, but it's and it's because like back when I was a Boy Scout.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, you're a Boy Scout? I didn't know this.
You know,
Yeah, he said it to you before.
Yeah, I was a Boy Scout.
Oh my god!
Knowing that,
so was Ari.
If you were a Boy Scout.
Yes, sir.
Well, so
Like-
I was
like a
also a
Cub
Boy
Scout
Scout,
or
but
Boy
I didn't
Scout?
I didn't graduate.
I
didn't go.
I'm an Eagle Scout, brother.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
all right.
guys went the extra step for me. I just did Cub and Boy Scout. I didn't go Eagle.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, I did Boy Scout for 1 year after Cub Scout, and I was like, yeah, this ain't it for me.
Wait,
So
why?
I had to do football, so I was
yeah.
But anyways, you're saying celery and Eagle Scouts or Boy Scouts.
yeah.
You just had it all the time at Boy Scouts?
I had it all the time at Boy Scout, but I also understood that it needed to be something that, like, what's it called? What's the word that I'm looking at? What's the word I'm trying to grab?
Mm.
I have no idea.
Mixed?
It's not mixed, but it's a survivor food. That's what I'm looking for. Survivor food.
Survivor food, yeah.
Interesting. I haven't heard that.
It's a survivor food. It's one of those foods to where you're like, okay, if I'm in the wilderness, this is something that I would use to survive. Like
dig a
obviously,
hole.
celery. Well,
Yeah.
not even dig a hole. Like you could raisins aren't what's it called? Raisins don't really expire like that because it's dried grapes.
Yeah, that's like jerky.
Celery is something that can last forever.
Okay.
And then peanut butter
Is always peanut butter. It's fantastic.
is always peanut butter. Exactly, it's always peanut butter. So yeah, it's a good survivor food. But I'm a fan.
Yeah, ants on a log is the most acceptable version of or usage of celery I will accept. But otherwise, no. Constantly, like, I'll have it in Chinese food or in soups, like I said, or whatever, and it just it doesn't ruin the dish for me. It's just one of those things where every time I taste it, I'm like, oh, there's celery in here too. It's distracting me entirely from every other flavor that's in my mouth right now.
I respect that.
It doesn't matter how minced or small it is and how long it's been cooking in the pot for 40 plus minutes. I taste it. I feel it. I taste it. Just despise it. Ari, you like celery? Does it put you to sleep?
I am not a fan of celery, to be
Okay.
honest with you. I don't have like a hate relationship for celery. I mean, I'll eat it with like my my wings. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know. It's just it's like that added food that it doesn't really taste good. It only tastes good if it's like with ranch, and I don't know. It's got like a bite to it. I don't know if it's healthy. To be honest with you, I feel like celery is just like an empty like vase for a food.
It just kills time. It just kills time.
It kills time and calories. So
again, it sounds like I'm being a picky eater or something.
Yeah, you're not a picky eater.
I am not a picky eater.
Let's like give the audience like
I'm a garbage can.
Dean eats
anything. You can literally put anything on the plate and it will be gone. I don't have to like it, but it will be gone.
If I don't like my food, I give it to Dean.
Yeah. And I won't hesitate, no matter how spicy or salty it is. I'm like, well, this is an experience.
I'm not gonna do spicy food, but I'll eat, and I'll pretty much eat. Now, let me make see. That's gonna be a clip. I will make sure that I finish my plate because I also know,
Say it again, nice
like,
and slow and clearly and add
yeah,
your
nah,
name.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, I made
Mrs.
one mistake. That's
Miles.
not happening again. But
We're doing
no,
this
like
live.
I will eat. I'll eat food off my plate because I don't like. I also know that there's people out here that don't eat that. Well,
Yeah.
not that don't eat, but they
They
don't have a
can't.
And I
preference.
don't
They
have
don't
a
have food.
physical reaction to it where I'm like, oh, or I'm like trying to throw up. I'm just like, man, I really don't like this.
That kind of sounds like Miles, like, you know, that you had like the upbringing where like the parents are like, you know, always telling you like, hey, like you should finish your plate of food because there's people like, you know, elsewhere in the world that are starving.
Yeah.
Kind of like that. Also, kind of like, hey, this is my dinner. If I want to eat, I'm gonna eat. Not every meal, not every dinner is gonna be better than the last.
Yeah.
But back to the lettuce, the chore of
Yes,
chopping
that's it.
lettuce, the chore of chopping lettuce. I despise it. It's the same with kale. If you get like a head of kale, it's the same way. I tried kale salads for a few months, and once again, if I have it now, then it's fine. But I'm not doing it. I have a lot of salads. Either as
Kale
like,
is better if you have it in like a smoothie or something.
or as one of my friends did, is they would make crisp out of it, like kale chips.
Oh yeah.
So that's acceptable. But they were also doing it as a salad for one point of time, and they're like, "Yeah, I've been doing it for a few months," and I was like, "I'll try it." And Brandon also tried it. We came to the same conclusion of like, we're not gonna make ourselves keep doing this. I much prefer I prefer iceberg lettuce or romaine or spinach over a kale salad. I'll eat it.
Mhm.
Like if all those things are gone, I will grab a head of kale or whatever, a bag of kale, and make my salads with that. I just don't prefer it compared to the other stuff, and I don't even like iceberg lettuce. There's nothing wrong with kale. It's something like it's either too tough or the texture just feels weird. I don't know. It doesn't like, typical romaine or iceberg or spinach. The leaves are a little bit flatter. They're flexible. They're easier to stab. Kale just maintains its shape.
Yep.
You've got your hard shape the whole time. Even when you chop it up, it's like, here's your what looks like a cube of kale.
Miles, do you like collard greens?
Collard greens too.
I'm a
Those are
fan.
good.
I'm a fan.
If they're cooked right,
I'm
yeah.
not. Yeah, I'm definitely a fan of collard greens. Like
Yeah.
I don't know people why I don't know why people don't like collard greens. I'm a fan of mustard greens before collard greens, 100%.
Okay.
I think
Because
I've
mustard
had
greens
mustard
have
greens like once or twice. I wasn't against them. I wasn't for them. I was pretty neutral
Yeah.
on it. I feel.
yeah, mustard greens, in my opinion, are they're flavorful.
Yeah.
They're way more flavorful than regular collards. But some people are like, "Oh, I can't stand collard greens. I can't stand spinach. I can't stand all this." No, like it's greens. You need it in your life. You're supposed to have greens because it's roughish, and roughish allows things to flow through your body.
Yeah.
And you need to have it. But
It's good for you. Yeah.
it's good for you. And people, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of collards. I don't know why people aren't. I don't know.
And
why.
Brussels sprouts.
I love Brussels sprouts. I don't know why. I don't know why. And I'll admit,
I
I
like
don't
them a
know.
lot too lately. When I was a kid, not so much. I wasn't even a picky eater as a kid. Again, I ate any vegetables, something on my plate except beets. But collard greens and Brussels sprouts, I've grown an increasing fondness for recently. But that's also because at restaurants they season and cook them differently than just basic, boiled, whatever. So I kind of like how they're being added into dishes or as sides lately. So I like them more and more. I never had home-cooked collards or Brussels sprouts because my family just didn't do that. So my experience with them is very limited to a more, I guess, professional setting for collard greens and Brussels sprouts. Like, hey, we're making a whole flavorful side out of it. That may influence my decision. Ari, collards and Brussels?
Brussels sprouts I can only eat if it's like fried.
Fried? I've never had fried Brussels sprouts.
Oh my goodness, it's the best
I've
thing
never,
ever.
I've never
Like
had fried
it,
Brussels sprouts either.
it gets rid of the bitterness to it.
I've
And
had like
it's just
fried
amazing.
eggplant, but not fried Brussels sprouts.
Fried but you got to try it. It's pretty good. Collard greens, like I've never had bad collard greens.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
had pretty much good. I have always had good collard greens, and you know, in terms of like the healthiness factor to it, like I could eat it. Like, you know, it's healthy.
It's not
It's
my,
good.
Yeah, I'm not going towards it as
In
my
comparison
first
to
choice.
like other foods that are supposed to be healthy, like Brussels sprouts, for instance, like Brussels sprouts are terrible, disgusting. Collard greens are aight.
You think Brussels sprouts are terrible? Is that what you just concluded with?
So
Yeah.
disrespectful.
Yeah.
Except if it's fried.
At least say it with
When then
more
it's
passion and
wonderful.
vigor, like I talk about coleslaw.
Disgusting.
It's disgusting.
Disrespectful.
Yeah, no, I kind of like them. Also, working in a restaurant, those were my first exposures to real exposure that I remember to to collard greens and Brussels sprouts.
Oh, that's right, Miles. You've never been like to the restaurant where Dean worked at. I actually tried some interesting foods there
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Because
I
like
never knew Dean worked in the restaurant.
yeah, he
The old
Dean-
bistro.
yeah, Dean worked at like a bistro
It's in a
like
bistro.
right after high school.
Yeah,
Yeah.
out in Petersburg. No, during high school and a little
Oh,
bit
wow.
after.
Excuse me, during, yeah.
That's a good. I've been there before, but I never knew that he was. He
Wait, you
worked
been to
there.
the bistro?
Yeah,
Yeah, he was there once, I think, for New Year's.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
I've definitely been there before. But that's something to where it's like, and this is where cooking is subjective.
Yeah.
100%. No matter who is back there cooking for you, they have their own twist, tang, twang. That they
Someone may
want
think
they
adding
make.
a little bit extra salt is just enough, and to some people that's too much. Yeah.
See, like last night, I cooked lamb chops.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Lamb chops in my new Ninja air fryer, the 5-in-1 to be exact.
Wait. So describe the air fryer. Is it the one where you have like is it like an oven, like, you know, or is it like the regular air fryer where it's got like the basket?
It's like an oven to where you can say grill, and you lift it up and you could put in the griller, and then you could put in the air fryer to re-crisp fries and stuff.
Does it have the rotisserie where you can like put fries in it and like you know, it'll spin the fries? Oh
No,
wow.
it doesn't. It does not spin the fries, but it has the basket to where the heat will ring around the fries. But I did lamb chops. I marinated. I did everything.
Wow.
But I added sea salt.
Sea salt's
Okay.
good.
And by
Yeah, sea
adding
salt.
sea salt, it was a lot more saltier than I expected.
Yes, it's got a much bigger kick.
And that's where I was like, dang, I messed up by adding the sea salt. But adding the garlic, I added the Chicago Grill steak seasoning. For me, it would have been flawless, but that's sea salt. But if you ask someone about collards, you ask somebody about mustard greens, you ask them about how do they like this, this, and this. If they got it from a restaurant, they won't know how they would like it to be cooked. But based on their experience, spinach and collard greens, some people just use vinegar, pepper, and salt. And they cook their greens down like that.
Yeah, I prefer a little bit more.
That, for me, is the most basic version of making collard greens. Some people, like my uncle, puts Old Bay in it.
Yep.
Amazing. Changes it up to from a 7 to an 8.
Yeah.
Easy. But that's where I have to. I respect people's opinions, saying like I don't like spinach. Period. Like I don't like spinach in any salad. Like I've never been a spinach person, but spinach on a pizza with that marinara sauce changed the game.
And
collards?
Meanwhile, I literally have like a spinach salad like 5 days of the week.
Gotcha. See, but collards, I had a collard green egg roll. Changed my whole opinion on collard greens. But also, I think it also came with age.
Ah.
I also think because of my age, I was like, you know what? I know that I need more greens in my diet. Let me try this again. Oh,
Yep.
you put in an egg roll? Oh,
Yeah, nothing like
I
some
need greens
fried
in my
food.
life.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't like fried food. Let me go ahead and try. Amazing. Legendary never again say I could say I don't like collard greens. But mustard greens, yeah. You can put mustard greens just in water, boil it down. It's still gonna have a hint of mustard in it. I appreciate mustard greens. But yeah, I tell y'all, there's so many different ways. There's so many different factors, especially when
Mhm.
people eat from a restaurant, that people can say, "Oh, I don't like it this way." Well, you never tried it this way, and that's why I can't
I've
wait till Dean tries this cornbread stuffing.
Mm-hmm. My mouth's
You're gonna make
already
it?
open.
You're gonna make it, Miles?
I could definitely make it. I just gotta call my grandma and be like, "Hey, how you make that cornbread stuffing?"
I swear to God, though, if
you
you surprise me with some like tree nuts in there, I'm gonna punch you.
I wouldn't do that. I
Just
would
like
not do that.
surprise
ruin it. That
raisins
would
and
ruin
coleslaw.
it.
If you put some tree nuts, like, oh,
Maybe,
you know what? I'll ruin it a little.
maybe like a butter pecan moonshine, just a little splash in there. Maybe that, but not the actual pecans.
Yeah. Not that again, I don't have an issue with like tree nut flavored stuff or almond milk or anything like that.
Exactly.
It's
See,
the
and that's how I
actual
know.
tree nut
Mhm.
itself. Yeah, the
Yeah,
texture of it that
yeah.
gets me. But we all agree iceberg lettuce sucks, right?
Iceberg lettuce is a waste of time. Waste of time.
And same with
Ye-
prepping it.
Yeah.
And same with like cutting a head of lettuce or a head of cabbage or romaine or a
There's
head
just
of kale.
other better lettuces out there,
Yeah.
or even like like you said, spinach or something.
The chore of
Yeah.
it is just it's just really annoying.
Yeah.
Next, gentlemen, next item on the list. We'll do a couple more.
Cool.
This
All
is
right.
a staple or something I saw online as another college dish, similar to last time. Grilled cheese and jelly sandwich.
Oh,
no.
no.
Grilled
See, that
cheese
was
and
good.
jelly
Hold on.
sandwich.
I have a lot of questions with that. So a grilled cheese, and then like you cook it with the
You
jello?
slab some jelly on it while you cook it.
Jelly?
Yeah, so you have your two standard grilled cheese is your basic white bread, which I do not like. I despise because I prefer other breads now because I'm older. So anyways, your basic grilled cheese is your basic white bread, a slab of American processed cheese, and then you slab some jelly on the other bread slice, and then you put it on top.
Wait, is it like grape jelly?
Jelly. Pick a whatever jelly you think you like best for it. Personally, I like
Wow,
strawberry
that's-
jelly over grape jelly any day. But some people prefer grape. So whichever jelly you prefer, put that on your bread.
I prefer grape, but
all right.
that's
So get your
gross,
slap
man.
of cheese on the one slice, put your jelly on the other, slap the two
I'll
together.
have to try this though,
toss them in
just to
the frying
confirm.
pan.
On principle, it sounds really gross, but I kind of need to try it now. Like,
I mean, it's the same thing as like the peanut butter and cheese sandwich from last time, where
Yeah.
people just take two slices of bread, they put their cheese on, sometimes spray cheese, string cheese, and they
because like
and then they
I
put on the
noticed with
peanut,
I noticed with like jelly, like it can surprise you. Like,
Yep.
let's say you cook like meatballs in jelly, and it's absolutely amazing.
And so I'm pretty sure with a jelly and a grilled cheese, it kind of I think infuses into the bread a bit. It's not like cold jelly anymore. It kind of melts
Right.
down, breaks apart, and it gets on like a warm spread in the bread. So it's probably justifiable somehow. Never tried it, but I know most people are thinking cold jelly. So
It's
I'm
like
thinking
one of
because
those
it's heated, it might
foods-
be different.
It's like one of those things that like should be illegal, but it's not.
Miles, which jelly do you prefer? Grape or strawberry?
See,
Or
I
neither?
just came across a new one,
Okay.
and it's
What's
called
that?
the orange mandarin.
Orange
or
mandarin?
mandarin.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm a fan. Now, I am 100% a Welsh grape guy. 100%. All right, I drink that purple stuff. I do Welch's grape, like across the board. But that orange mandarin changed my life. Like it really did. And I was just like, wow, okay. and I'm not afraid to admit it.
So would you
I'm
put
not
it on
afraid
a
to
grilled
admit it.
cheese sandwich? You know, as you put it on before you start grilling your sandwich, would you add it in as your ingredients? Like you said earlier, you've heard people putting a slice of tomato or some deli meat in their grilled cheese and then they cook it. Would you put jelly in? Would you put that
What
orange
I put that orange
mandarin?
mandarin on my jelly. I mean, on my grilled cheese.
I love having a stack of jelly. Just
Oh no.
Dang, I would totally try it. I would try it. Like, if it's not good, I'm leaving it alone. But I would try it.
oh, so you think there's some merit to it? Kind of like
Yeah, I think there's something.
And that's probably because again, it's not cold. It's one thing if it's like you have a grilled cheese and you take the cold.
It
jelly.
changes the jelly.
Yeah, because now
Yeah.
it's warm and it's broken down some of the molecular binding. I don't know what is in jelly that holds it together.
No, so what happens is the heat breaks down the sugar, which
the
splits
sugar
into,
is the
like,
binding
you know,
agent. Okay, yeah. So yeah,
and
because
then,
it gets
and
broken
it becomes
down.
watery.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
because it
probably gets
releases
stuck,
water.
It gets fused into the bread a little bit, so it's not just dripping off the sides. I would guess, mixing with the cheese. Yeah, it sounds like it's got some merit. At first, when I saw it, like everyone, like most other people, like, oh, what the? That just sounds jarring. But
Yeah, I'll be down. I'll be down for that.
yeah, make a full meal out of it.
Yeah, I'll be down for that.
And then you can
I
dip it
will
in
need to
ketchup.
try it.
Then you can dip it in ketchup.
No.
Dip it in ketchup, absolutely not. Yeah, see, that's where you lost.
Take your grilled cheese, put
I'll
a dollop
follow
of
you.
ketchup on the plate, and just dip the corner into it.
I was following you. But
I really am surprised that just offends you guys to have ketchup with a sandwich, as if you wouldn't put ketchup on a
It
burger.
is offensive.
Or you wouldn't put ketchup with other things with cheese.
you taught me something new.
I already gave you two, Ari. Stop sneezing.
Sorry, allergies here.
Yeah, whatever. Attention seeker. All right. Well, the last one on my list for today is s'mores and marshmallows.
Yeah. What's wrong with it?
I'm a fan.
Yeah.
I also like Girl Scout cookies, s'mores, which is
That's good too. Yeah.
I think
It's
Thin
not my
Mints,
favorite.
I don't think Thin Mints are the worst. They are 100% overhyped.
S'mores are my
and
favorite.
Thin Mints are in the bottom half of taste and quality. But
Miles, what's your favorite Girl Scout cookies? Mine's are Samoas. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, s'mores.
You're human. Yeah. Dean?
mine's, I think, what is that? I can't remember the names ever.
I bet you it's the mints.
No, I just said Thin Mints are the worst.
Yeah, I know.
Well, they're not my favorite. They're not the worst, but they're not my favorite. Oh, the coconut, whatever.
Samoas.
Yeah, that's the most. Yeah, that's the
there's
most.
Samoas,
Yeah.
and then there's the other one that's like the type of it's like the.
What was the
cream-colored-
chocolate one?
No.
Yeah,
I'm talking about the flat
The
ones.
Thin Mints.
No,
Yeah.
I'm talking like the flat
no,
standard cookie
that-
looking ones that look like.
This is undercover like
The
favorite
flat
cookie.
the Thin Mints. Shoot, my grandma, she would get Girl Scout cookies and freeze them for like 2 years.
No.
And Thin Mints be the only ones that be still lasting.
No, the other cookie I like, and I can't remember right now, is the we'll have to do a ranking of the Girl Scout cookies one day.
it lemon zest?
Oh, I like the lemon one too. Those are good. That's literally in my top three. Is the coconut ones, the lemon ones, and the other one that's just like it looks like a basic cookie. They're thin. I forget what the type is. What it's called. Anyways, you guys keep talking about s'mores for a second. I'm gonna look this up.
So I mean, like s'mores is like you have your marshmallows, you have your chocolate, you have your graham crackers. It's perfect. It's delicious.
It's perfect, you say.
Yeah.
Miles, as a fellow Boy Scout and everything, I'm assuming that impacts your decision.
I was like,
Huh?
as a fellow what?
As a fellow
Boy
Boy Scout,
Scout.
Eagle Scout, I assume that sways your opinion of s'mores.
What? Wait, no, I like s'mores. I'm a fan of s'mores.
That's what I'm saying.
need
I'm saying, does your scouting career,
Yeah. What is
sway
it
your
about
thought of
s'mores
it?
that you like? Why do you
What
like
about-
s'mores?
Why do I like? I like the whole graham cracker effect of s'mores.
I love graham crackers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I-
girl. So real quick, the Girl Scout things. You were thinking of Lemon Ups, the slightly lemon one. There's Dosey Does, which is the peanut butter, like Nutter Butter kind of imitations.
Mm.
I'm thinking of truffles, the iconic shortbread cookies,
Oh, okay.
the basic cookies, the shortbread ones. I like shortbread.
Okay.
But s'mores. So I said s'mores and marshmallows. So like in my hot cocoa, I'll have mini marshmallows and it's fine. I'm not a fan of like heated or melted marshmallows. So
Okay.
s'mores. Again, I'm
Like-
hungry. I'll take sweets any day. I'll eat a graham cracker with chocolate, just fine. But the marshmallow and the
What about the like the
it's probably the
roasted?
texture of the marshmallow of it, just like
Mm,
gooey
yeah.
in your mouth. That I'm not a fan
But that's
of,
what makes it good, though.
and that's what I
It's
think
not
makes it bad.
I don't think that's not what makes it good, because also I don't like my marshmallows burnt.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like now,
Yeah, that
like,
too. I don't
and
like a burnt marshmallow, and on the s'more, so it's got to be a very, very happy medium of like it's not burnt and crispy marshmallow, and also it's not super gooey and
now,
melted.
here's something that really like I'm like I had to learn to like marshmallows. So
When did you start liking them or learning? To
so
start?
I started liking marshmallows probably like 2 years ago when I like went to my first like actual campfire.
Oh, not even when you were scouting.
Not even when I was scouting, because I was just like, yeah, this is cool and all, but it's like it's not really something that I'm like, oh,
Yeah, that's how I feel. I was like, it's
Yeah.
it's food. Everyone has a snack. It's a dessert. I'll eat it. This is how you do it. But I'm just not a fan of the gooey or melted marshmallows typically. But you were saying, I didn't mean to interrupt. It was a couple years
No,
ago you
so-
started liking it.
yeah. So it was a couple of years ago to where I was like, all right, I like marshmallows, but I had to learn like what made marshmallows good. And when you put a marshmallow on a stick, and when that marshmallow's on that stick and you rotate it on there, you're able the crispy part of that marshmallow, you can take that layer off that marshmallow
Mm-hmm.
and just eat that, and then do
keep
the same
cooking
thing,
and then keep
and then keep
toasting the
the
rest.
other marshmallow, to where that's what people would do on their s'mores.
That's
They would cook the outside layer of the marshmallow, put the chocolate, the graham cracker, slide the marshmallow layer that is like the burnt or the crisper part, and then you still have the marshmallow still attached.
well,
And
maybe
I
I've
was
been
like,
doing it wrong the whole time because when I was
that's the
thinking, because
best
that's
way of
typically how
doing
I
it
do it.
s'more.
I prefer my marshmallows toasted like that, where you got the edge of it that's slightly crispy or whatever, slightly brown, slightly brown or blackened. And then I'll peel it off, and then I'll put the marshmallow that's still on the stick and keep toasting it, and I get the next layer of that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
But
that's
typically
the
when I get
best way of doing
s'mores,
a
people
s'more.
do that a little bit, and then they just slide the whole thing into the s'more, and so you got that really soft, gooey, melted inner part of the marshmallow in the middle of your s'more with your chocolate and stuff, and that's not what I like. I'm the slightly toasted part's acceptable to me. Like I said, I'll eat s'mores anytime.
Except the gooey parts, yeah.
Yeah, that just kind of ruins it for me, especially when it starts like
And the fact
falling
of it,
apart
like,
on your
also
fingers and falling out
melting-
of your hand. Yeah. What?
And also the effect of like it melting the chocolate makes it so good.
That sounded a little bit too sexual.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
Wait,
front.
what?
I was
I
was
literally
like-
did a double take at my monitor. I was like,
What
like,
did
I
this
was
man
like,
just
Ari,
say?
you're done with beers. I was like, you're done with beers.
I only had one.
we're still talking about marshmallows, right?
That's crazy, because you're one beer in. I'm probably like on my 6th shot of tequila.
Oh
That's
man.
how I need to
And you're
stop
having a
right
pretty intimate reaction to toasted marshmallow, gooey marshmallows. Yeah.
now. No, but
It's like,
I don't even know how
oh,
how
yeah.
to
I love that,
professionally
yeah.
do s'mores.
Mm.
S'mores there's an art to s'mores, and I
Yeah.
didn't know. I thought like you roasted it and like, all right, now I got me a roasted marshmallow, and you can take the whole thing off the s'mores.
Mhm.
No,
Mhm.
you can do that per layer onto your s'more, and that's how you do it. Oh
Yeah,
my
that's-
gosh, dude.
In hindsight, now that we've discussed it, that probably makes more sense, and that probably would make a better s'more. Because going from like that good outside, slightly toasted, to the really gooey inside that melts it all apart and it's falling off your fingers, and then back to like a slightly toasted leftovers. Yeah,
it's toxic. Yeah, no, I can understand why that's toxic to you. Like, I respect that.
because I'll have like, especially when I was a kid and having hot cocoa and stuff, I'll eat marshmallows. I'll take a bite out of a marshmallow. I don't care about normal marshmallows. Giant marshmallows a little bit different, but I can tolerate a giant marshmallow over like a gooey heated one. I think it's just how it like slowly spills over like slime or whatever when it's slightly cooked. We're gonna get off this topic. Ari's getting a little bit too excited about us talking about roasted marshmallows.
I know, we can tell.
Like,
Yeah,
he's
he's
just
starting to-
slightly
yeah,
chuckling to himself in the corner.
He's a doofenspurting from Famous Bird right now.
He's just
man.
grunting in the corner. It
Plotting,
sounds like.
yeah, he's exactly like he laid back in his seat and everything. Look at this man.
What are we talking about? Marshmallow. Yeah.
No,
That's crazy.
I'm actually just tired.
Yeah.
Oh,
Whatever.
yes.
That's
I'm
not what.
sleepy.
You didn't sound tired earlier when you're talking.
I wasn't because I had coffee. Now the coffee's wearing out.
It sounded more orgasmic, but it's okay.
Yeah. Well, whatever excuse you want to use, we'll accept it.
Cheers to that, buddy. Let's see
Cheers
you.
to that. Absolutely, 6 shot in.
Oh my god. It is a Tuesday too. It is Tuesday, right? Yeah, it is Tuesday.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
It definitely
he's
is a
got some
Tuesday.
post marshmallow clarity.
Are you working tomorrow?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Wow. All right.
Anyways,
I'll say this, Miles, is like you'll be a good lawyer.
Oh, bro, I'm telling you, like I love cases, but yeah, Dean. So is s'mores the last topic for tonight?
yes, it is, and normally I don't get uncomfortable easily, but Ari's sexual nature towards
Oh,
marshmallows.
come
is kind
on.
of like,
You're
We'll
getting
wrap this up.
uncomfortable by me?
we'll wrap this up. It's fine
my
making
God.
a joke or two, but you constantly moaning about it every time we said soft and gooey marshmallow is a little bit uncomfortable.
You getting uncomfortable, really, Dean?
I'm
it's
not
hard to
gonna
believe
come.
that.
You're a very strong alpha male. It takes a lot.
Yeah.
It takes a lot.
It just takes Ari being excited. Anyway, no, I'm just kidding. Anyways, yeah, that's it for this episode. Unpopular Opinions, Food Edition, Part 2. This is specifically Dean's complaints. Apparently.
Dean hates everything. He's
The
a
next
picky
stuff on the list. The next stuff on the list, I'm okay with, and they're other people's opinions that I don't have an issue with, but they're definitely more, I guess, general unpopular stuff.
Miles, are you a picky eater, by the way?
I'm not. 100% not. I'm a put this in my face and I'm gonna eat it.
All right.
Not like like that. All right, but
Like
Well,
nuts.
actually,
like nuts.
actually, I think in an earlier episode you admitted that you wouldn't do that.
Yeah, you.
Or
Yeah.
maybe no,
What?
off the record, you admitted something to the
okay,
like.
gotcha. Yeah, no. So, and this is where I heard this joke from a comedian, and he's like, "Look at me in my face. All right, I'm a guy that eats
Yeah.
certain things from the back.
Okay.
Certain women parts from the back.
Uh-huh.
I'm not embarrassed about what I eat now.
There's
Wait,
that
listen.
sounds similar to.
Wait. So you changed your mind. You changed your opinion.
I'm someone. Listen, like from people that can see me, and which is
Man to man. Man to man.
Man to man, I eat vagina from the back. I have no
What about from the front?
fear of food anymore. From the front too.
No, because then you have to make eye contact.
Like from the back, it's like, listen, when you eat vagina from the back,
All right.
you can't be a picky eater.
No, you can't. That goes
You
into
can't.
my joke earlier went over, but another joke I heard was similar to what you said, where it's like, imagine someone was comedian on YouTube was like, imagine me eating out your ass last night, and then you make eggs, and I say these eggs taste bad.
These eggs taste bad. Exactly. Oh
I
my
just
God.
ate your ass last night, and now I'm
That
complaining
is
about
so
eggs.
real. Like the dog is looking at me like you scolded me for licking my butthole, and now I see you out here in the bedroom. You disrespectful.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's where at the end of the day, hey,
You like
I'm
at the end of the day, you like scrambled eggs?
I'm about to make some scrambled eggs tonight
All
with
right.
some lamb chops and everything. I'm about to eat. I'm about to eat good in the neighborhood.
All right. Well,
Sounds good.
anyways, we'll wrap this up. We're running late.
That's true. That's true. This is a long podcast, but hey,
It's
we
unfiltered.
appreciate y'all. Yeah, we appreciate y'all
Unfiltered.
for enjoying the Unfiltered Pineapple podcast. We are Ari, Dean, and Miles,
Correct.
and we appreciate every listener, everybody that listens to the podcast, and
We love you.
hopefully,
Regardless,
we
of
do
your,
love you.
regardless of your food tastes.
Regardless of your food taste, please in the comments tell us what your odd food tastes are, what you believe that we are completely wrong in, because obviously we're not always right.
Oh yeah.
There might be someone who likes cold pizza, and we might be eating cold pizza the wrong way every time. It's like you might heat it up and then refreeze it. That might be something you might like, cold pizza that's so cold that you got to cut it with a knife. Tell us that in the comments.
Like Alaskan Chicago pizza or whatever. Like the cold
Exactly.
version.
Yeah, tell us in the comments. But at the end of the day, hey, listen, we appreciate every listener, every person that likes, subscribes, and comments. And
follow us on our
we hope to
socials.
see
Yeah.
you exactly. Follow us on our socials, and we hope to see you on the next one.
Yeah,
Hey, everybody.
ever-growing list of unpopular food items. I just added one that you just said, so, and another one. So, plenty more to
Absolutely.
come. Plenty more. So, thanks for joining, everyone. Peace.
Yeah.